What up, YouTube? Asian Persuasion here. I'm here with my boy Teddy.
What's up, y'all?
Who just got 3rd place playing what deck, my friend?
I played a budget deck.
Budget? This doesn't seem budget. This deck is expensive.
No, I played pure Mekk-Knights. So this deck list was based off of Shannon Long's list. I made my own adjustments to it to try some stuff out because it's locals. But yeah, if y'all aren't subscribed to him, go follow his page.
Hell yeah, that's what's up. All right, man, let's go see that Teddy token.
Yeah, no, that's me.
Look at this shit, boys. Not for sale, not for trade.
Nope. I've got extras though. If you want to buy them, $5 each.
$5. Damn! Look at all these Teddy tokens, boys. Y'all can't afford these.
That's a senior year of high school Teddy.
Hell yeah, Teddy. I like it. I like it. Let's jump into the main deck, bro.
All right. So for Mekk-Knights, the first 9 cards are pretty standard. So you got 3 purple. He searches any Mekk-Knight. 3 blue, he searches any 1 or 2 Mekk-Knights. 3 gears, so he's your normal summon. He pitches the World Chalice to grave, so you can get access to your Lib, which is arguably the most broken card in the extra deck. It doesn't target. Yeah, it's just it's dumb.
This addition to the deck is actually just insane.
Yeah, no,
this guy
summons me to each person's side of the field, so I can set up columns.
Hell yeah, set up columns so you can go first. You can send bricks, you send World Legacy cards, make Lib broken, and you always have it with this engine.
Oh yeah, and I can access Galatea and Ding Gearseal with this card because it's an Orchest. So,
oh god, yes.
The next ones are 2 Indigo Moveman. He's broken. I used to play 1. I bumped him back up to 2. He's just too good not to play. You can get some boards where you have double Indigo on board. This is not a hard once per turn. It's a soft one, meaning that if you have both on board, you can still activate both their effects. So you can negate like up to 5 cards, and that's ridiculous. The other ones are mainly just utility. So you do 1 Red Moon. He pops monsters. 1 Yellow Star. He pops spells, and he can actually pop your own if you need to, depending on the scenario. And then 1 green. I see some people playing an orange. I don't play Sangan, so I'm not going to play that. This is okay. It never really came up. Like, it's never really come up for me, but it's good in the scenario that you have a grinding game because you can attack and add back a Mekk-Knight, so you can add like a blue or a Gearseal or whatever you need.
Yeah, because this deck turned into a control deck more so than an OTK deck.
It's a going second control deck. And then the brick, it's not that bad to draw because you can pitch it off of Morningstar, is the 1 World Chalice. Some people play like the... whatever the arm is.
It's armor?
Yeah, the armor. I don't like that card. I like this one better. It's more consistent for the grind. You search any World Legacy spell or trap on your following turn, and then a fun mechanic because I run, the trap, which you'll see later. You can bring this back off the trap, and if they summon an extract monster, you can tribute this, and it sends it to the graveyard. So.
Oh yeah,
that rarely comes up though. So, and then 2 Gamma Seal. If we were playing regionals, this would be a good Darla, but there's not any bird up that I know of, so might as well play Gamma Sail. And then my own tech to the deck, which was okay, probably going to bump these out, was 2 Alphas. They were okay. Yeah, there's not much to say about that card, but that's the monster lineup.
Nice. It's a going sec deck. I'm sure Alpha put in some work. It's out the Dragoons and stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't see Dragoon today.
Oh, fair enough.
For the spells, 3 E-Telly, World Legacy Memory. It's a quick play. You summon a Mekk-Knight. You can use it as a starter if you need to. It's a starter. It's disruption because if you flip the trap, you can flip this during your opponent's turn to negate an activated effect by summoning the purple, and then you can use purple's effect to surge. You just gain advantage during your opponent's turn, which is really dumb. And then for just like the bread and butter, 3 Dark Rule No More. This card plus any like purple or blue or whatever, it just breaks boards. And now for the budget cards, Triple Tactics Talent.
That is not budget.
This card's really good at breaking boards, and in the scenario that you get hand trapped, like going first or something like that, draw 2 if you haven't prosperity'd already. 3 Lightning Storm. This card's really broken right now. It hits back row. If I can Dark Lure No More and just eliminate a full board if I need to. And then 1 Feather Duster. So that's the board breakers. And then I played 2 Pot of Prosperity. I think this would be one of the cards that I bump up. I'm taking out one of the alphas. Bumping this up to 3 is just a really good card, but I bumped it down to 2 today just to try it out. 1 key, this card's broken, so what this does is when you use yellow or red to banish a Gearseal, you can use this to add the Gearseal back, and then this has the effect where if there's a Mekk-Knight in a card's column, it negates activated trap effects. And so the other thing you can do is with if you don't banish the Gearseal, you can add back the World Chalice to pitch it on another Morningstar, and you can get more advantage off of it, and it's awesome.
Yeah, like key.
This would be the other card that I bump up to 2 just to playtest with the 1 alpha. This is just a searchable Monster Reborn, but I don't mind drawing it because it's an extender. And that's all for the spells. And then for the rest of the main deck, these are the traps that you play. So this is a Call of the Haunted, but it also states that when a Mekk-Knight monster is in the column of a monster, it negates the activated monster effect. So basically the main combo that you do with this deck is you get the Morningstar, get this, and then you bring back the Indigo Eclipse. When they try to activate a monster effect, negate it, and then you can use it to like move it around again, and with memory or whatever. This is just a really good floodgate card. And then this card, I rarely ever use it, but it does come up, especially, and this is why you max out. If you draw one of these, you can go into this. This one targets a level 5 or higher monster on the field, boosts its attack and defense by 1,000, and then has the same effect as this for monsters, but this is for spells. So this is really good against like Shaddoll and Invoked.
Yeah,
so
the card stopping like Shaddoll fusion's pretty crucial. Or Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm could hurt.
Oh, yeah. No, it stops everything.
How many cards in the main? 40?
40. You don't want to play any more. You can't play any less by the rules, but...
True. 39 technically with Upstart, so that's cheating.
So for the extra deck, you play 3 of this card, Mekk-Knight Morningstar. He's your standard extra deck monster for any Mekk-Knight deck. You should not be playing any less than 3 of this card. Basically, you summon it, you discard a Mekk-Knight or World Legacy card, so you can discard the Chalice, you can discard the Indigo Eclipse when you search it, and it searches a World Legacy spell or trap and adds it to your hand. The other effect that, which people at locals have been reading this card, which I'm proud of them for, is if it's once per turn, but if they attack a Mekk-Knight monster that is not in the same column, I take no battle damage, and the Mekk-Knight monster is not destroyed. So this can sack games if they're not reading their cards closely, so read your cards, people. The other card is 3 Lib. This is the best card in the extra deck, hands down. You summon it when you have a World Legacy card engraved. You set a World Legacy spell or trap from your deck to your hand. It can be whatever you want. And then on top of that, when it's linked away for the link summon a monster, so it could be like this, it could be an Avermax, it could be whatever, it shuffles back a card on the opponent's side of the field into their deck. And it does not target. It does not target.
Just triggers.
So you can use it to chain block your Morningstar. You can use it. You just do whatever you want with it. This is the best card in the extra deck, hands down. One of this guy didn't make him today, but he's really good, especially against decks that can't they rely on targeting. Basically, if there's no monsters in the zones that this guy points to, it can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects. And if there's no card in the same column as him, including like spell trap zones, whatever, then he can attack for 3k directly regardless of what you have on field. And then the other effect, which rarely comes up, but it does sometimes, is you contribute a Mekk-Knight monster in the same column, so right here, not here, here, and then you can special summon one in defense mode from your deck. So he kind of clears out his own columns for him, but this guy's really good. Just never really went into him today, didn't come up. And then Avermax, this is my boss monster. This guy is my favorite card in the extra deck. Can be targeted. If they attack him, he gains 3,000.
He's an honest.
Yeah. he has that inbred effect. It's during both players' turn. I mean, there's not much more to say about Avermax. He's dope.
Freaking towers, man.
Yeah. If you watch Darren's deck profiles, you know what this card does. One link to read about this is just for, I get tired of looking at myself.
Send your Gearsy token.
Sets up a column. You can blue them. You can do whatever.
They good against dinos.
This card actually is insane against dinos. You just link away their token, and you just tribute it the next turn. So in dinos with Lost World, the reason you have to have this card in the extra deck is if you summon purple and they have the token on your field, you cannot use purple's effect because you can't target anything but a dino monster, and he has to target a Mekk-Knight specifically. So this is really good. Then 1 Link Spider, because Nibiru, if they Nibiru stuff, you can set up column and extend. You can also use the
Teddy tokens.
Yeah, the Teddy token. 1 Masquerena, the reason you play this is not because you're going into like unicorn plays or anything. The main reason is if you are able to, you're not under memory, you can link away 2 Mekk-Knights with like a Lib, and you can use the Lib in this to make an Avermax, so it not only cannot be targeted, it can't be destroyed either.
And it makes it super invincible.
It never came up today though. This card came up today against Kyle, game 1. He won the round, but game 1 against him, this is just insane. Like, that hops off. It clears shit. It's nice. 1 Galate, because you can make it off of Gearsy. I normally banish this off of Prosperity, though. I never really go into this. I do go into this, though, regardless if I banish this, because I mean, you play level 8s.
Yeah, the Mekk-Knight's purple, and then like indigo, and then yellow and red.
Yeah, you can just make that and do it. And I play 1 Omega. Didn't use this at all today, but the main reason I keep this in the extra deck is for the Dogmatica matchup. If they're not playing like a heavy Shadal lineup, what you can do is you can actually send this, because they're going to make you send one to grave, and then at the beginning of your turn you use this effect to target the Shadal, so you bait out the Schism early as opposed to waiting for them to resolve it later on. So it just kind of makes them make a less adequate play, but it has not come up yet, but I keep it just in case.
You never know.
So,
yes, sir. So side
that's
deck.
the extra deck. The side, this is a going second deck. So we play Sanctum, Scythe, and I play 2 Lancias. So the fun thing about this package is obviously like you lock out extra deck, but this happens multiple games because the trap that you play in the main deck
Keeps reviving it, huh?
Yeah, it keeps reviving because it says 1 level 5 or higher monster. So you can scythe them. I've scythed people up to like 3 or 4 times in a game. It's insane. And then the same thing goes for dinos. If you're playing dinos, no. You can use this from hand, or you can summon it from deck, do whatever, and you can do the same thing with the trap. So yeah, that's your main going first engine. For more support in the side, we play 3 Waking the Dragon. The reason you play this is primarily for Zeus. So if I'm playing against a Zodiac matchup or any like virtual world BS or whatever, and they make a Zeus against me. If they or even better scenario, let's say we have both of these set. One, this just nets you advantage if they send it away, but like in the scenario where like somebody Ash Blossoms this, cool, and then they like, you know, or they try to trigger it, you know, like with back row hate or whatever. I flip this, say they Ash this, cool, this goes away, I can summon the Scythe anyways. So this just nets you advantage, it gets you your plays. It's good, it hasn't come up yet, but I'm sure it will at some point. And then shout out to Colby because he forces me to have to play this stupid card. Soul Drain. This is for Shadals and any like Eldritch variants. It's okay against Eldritch. It's better against Shadals if you're going first because this basically just locks them out of their graveyard effects. Not much more to say about that. And then the other
fighting words.
Fighting words, bro.
They are fighting words.
He's about to swing.
And then the last 3 cards in the side deck are 3 Cosmics. Yeah, this card's just good. I mean, it's just extra back row hate. If they make you go first and they're playing like some kind of floodgate deck or whatever, you can always just set this and use it against them. It's just got a lot of utility, so it came up a couple times today. But yeah, that's the deck profile.
For sure. Any shout-outs you want to give, man?
Yeah, plenty of shout-outs. So the first one goes to Zubair. I stopped playing locals like 2 years ago, and I got back into the Yu-Gi-Oh scene like I want to say like October, November, December, and Zubair was the best playtest partner. We'd meet each Sunday. I didn't even come to locals yet, but he helped me break in this deck. Another shout out goes to Josh. We playtested a little bit. He told me to try out the alphas, and I did. Really great guy. And then the other shout out that I have is actually Kyle Shook. We had an amazing game 1. That was hell of a good game.
Yeah, you won locals today.
Yeah, no, it was. That was a very intense game, but that was a really fun one. So yeah. Other than that, I mean. Yeah, that's the deck profile. Go follow Shannon Longs. I'm not a plagiarizer, I promise.
No, for sure. We're not saying plagiarizer. It's awesome to shout out people that invent the crazy decks they love. So it's awesome that you're even trying the deck and making it your own. So it's awesome, man. Congratulations, bro.
It's a fun deck. I recommend trying it out, or at least getting familiar with it, because if you don't know this deck and you play against it, when
it's hard to play against.
It's hard to play against. You don't know what it does.
Yeah, this deck is scary. It's a very scary control deck.
Yep.
Read the cards.
Hell yeah, RCFC or you lose.
I learned.
Yeah.
Read the cards.
Yeah, read the cards.
All right, Teddy. Well, congrats on getting 3rd place, and thanks for deck profile.
Also, shout out Rick and Johnny. So
yeah,
great for putting this on, Johnny, for doing the video. So
always, man. I got you, bro. Take it easy, brother.